morning everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, my name is Carol McFarland and I'm welcoming you into our kitchen. So we have two guests in the kitchen today. Well, not two guests, they're two employees actually. So hello Simon.
Hello everyone.
And you told us before you're in a very chipper mood, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you on
the
it,
joys
Simon?
of spring, Carol.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Wasn't it funny? Did you see the ice out or was it too early for you this morning?
I didn't see any ice, no.
So we've had this gorgeous weekend, absolutely lovely sunny weekend, and then last night it was actually really bitter cold. And then when I got up this morning at 6 o'clock, Simon doesn't normally see 6 o'clock in the morning, all the cars covered in ice. And yours was covered in it as well, wasn't it, Karen?
It certainly was.
So, you'll hear some noise in the background. We've got Karen back in the kitchen. She's been on furlough for the last 3 weeks, but we need her back because I just can't do everything. So we've got Laura and James, who actually never went on furlough. They ended up staying with the company, and we've actually got some more employees back into the kitchen so we can get some, not to the kitchen, to the Sugar and Crumbs warehouse, so that we can get some production done because we are fast running out of icing sugar. So Karen is up here with us, up here at the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. This is where she's going to stay. We're doing our social distancing, so she is down there as my helpful assistant, as Simon is over there on camera. And whenever I need Karen to pop up, she'll just pop up. So I'm going to get her to come say hello now. Come on, Karen, say hello.
Hi, I am so glad to be back. I have missed you.
So Karen and I are thinking of things of what we're going to bake, and Simon sent me a message. She said, what are you going to make today? I said, I've actually no idea, I'll let you know later. So basically he walked in, he's still no idea, and I'm not sure that I do either. But one of the questions last week when we was making a rainbow cake was, what does the colour blue look like? The colour splash blue look like in a cake mix. So we've actually prepared that, and we're going to make it, we're not going to make the blue live again today because I want to make rainbow colours, and I actually want to make square cake here, and then and we'll just make some little cupcakes as well. We've got 3 prize draws to do. We've got Monday's live to like and shares from Danielle Crouch's live last Monday. We've got last Monday morning, which is for the mermaid fishes tails. You get 2 of these. Okay, they're brushes. They were $4.99 each, so it's a nice little gift. You get both of them. So that was on Monday. We did the same prize on Tuesday, so we're drawing 3 prizes today, so you'll get those. Last Wednesday we did a colour splash bundle, and today for like and share we're doing a colour splash bundle of these 5 colours as well. So I think we'll do 2 prizes for these, so we'll do 2 prizes of this little bundle of 5 here, which is quite nice, isn't it, to get them extra in your pocket. So, and all you have to do is like and share. If you have won a couple of times before, I'd like us to give somebody else a chance, if that's okay. You can go back into the draw again, but let's just leave a couple of months between. But that doesn't mean stop sharing, you know. Don't just share just because you might be in with a chance to win a prize. Share to be in the spirit of things. So Simon, how are we doing?
Good, we just hit 100.
Fantastic.
So I think, yeah, everybody's ready.
So over the weekend, I did a Saturday night live, so thank you for joining me. I think we hit just over 300 odd people on Saturday night, so my goodness, you lot must have been bored on a Saturday night. But thank you for joining us. So let me tell you what's going on over the week in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So we're here this morning. Tonight we've got Danielle Crouch doing live on our page from her kitchen. She has told me what she's making, but as per usual I forgot, and I'll have a little sneaky look at my messenger in a minute. She's actually, in fact, let's have a little look now actually. So just one second, what did Danielle say she was making? I'm so bad, aren't I? Right, okay. Danielle, blondies. So she's going to make blondies, and whilst they're baking she's going to make a no-bake chocolate salted caramel torte and maybe some fudge, and her fudge is amazing. It's absolutely delicious. So that'll be a great live for you to watch tonight, and that's going at 8 o'clock. And then tomorrow I'm back in the kitchen at 11:30 with Karen and Simon. Tomorrow we're going to make vintage cupcakes. So we're going to make those for you tomorrow. We're going to show you how to decorate them. Then on Thursday we've got Tracy Mann in the kitchen. She'll be in at 11 o'clock. I will be in on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. And are you joining us on Thursday? You're doing the late shift,
I'm
aren't you?
doing the late shift, so I can be with you.
Yeah. We don't know what we're doing on Thursday or Friday morning, but you know what, we'll get there. So, Simon, I'm actually feeling my meltdown. Is there any chance you can open the door for me?
I've got one question. What are blondies?
It's this. It's basically the same as a brownie.
It's a blonde brownie.
Yeah, a blonde brownie. It's actually the same as a brownie, but it's made. It's not got no cocoa powder.
That was actually
in it,
me
so.
asking that. But...
Yeah. Oh, was it you? That was it. Were you thinking it was your lucky day and the whole tribe of blondies were walking in? No, look here.
No.
Just the older 50s. Right. Okay. So Simon last week said that when we were using the blue, what does it look like in the cake mix? Okay, so this morning we've actually made the cake mix. I'm not going to make it again for you, but I will tell you what I put in quantities wise, and I'm just going to tip them out. But quite rightly so, when you're using blue, it does look like green, doesn't it? So in this one, we've actually
We're on
got...
the overhead at the moment.
On the overhead,
so,
yeah, that's where I thought it would be. So on this one, we've got a teaspoonful of Colour Splash blue colouring, okay? On the middle one, we've got half a teaspoon, and on this one, we've got a quarter of a teaspoon. So I'm just going to turn it out. Sorry about the doggies. So I'll have to excuse the doggies. Let me just tip these out so that you can see what they look like. We'll do the first one first. So let's pop that there a minute. Sorry about the doggies, but I need the doors open because I'm having a hot moment. So you can see that the cake is baked. It's come away from the tin. I always knock off the little bits on the side. You always know it's baked when it comes away from the side. There we go. Let's pop that in there. Pop that in there. And then let's see what this looks like. Now we'll have a darker green. So whenever you bake the cakes, okay, you will always have this covering, all right? So don't ever worry about that. So if I'll just scrape some of the covering off, if I can get some off. In fact, better still, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll break it in half. So never worry about the covering, that's just where it's crusted over. You'll get it on the sides and everything else, but it's what you want when you cut the cake in half. So if we just break it in half there, in fact, no, tell you what, let's cut it in half. Let's do it properly. Get this out of the way. So, oh, thank you. Because I can always stick them together. And then you can see, so look how lovely and vibrant blue that
looks
is.
Vibrantly blue.
Vibrantly blue. So that is 1 teaspoonful of colour, that is, and that's the Colour Splash blue colour, and that was 1 teaspoon. Now, you all thought it was going to be green, didn't you? So that's the underneath, that is the top, those are the sides. Do not panic, okay? There it is, it's blue. So that's 1 teaspoonful of colouring. Now my granddaughter, when she was making rainbow cakes, you on over this camera, Simon?
We're on the top.
This one?
Which one do you want to be on?
This one?
That one, okay.
Okay, so my granddaughter, when she was making a rainbow cake, she lives in Australia, and she messaged me and she went, Grandma, they just don't look like the colour, and she showed me, and it gives you this crusty colour. I said, don't worry, Ella, when you cut into it, the colour will be there. So we've got 2 blues. So that's the darkest blue. So let's see what the, I think this was the medium blue. So let's see what this looks like. I'll just get my crusty bits off. And again, it's got the same greeny colour on the outside. We're going to cut it in half. So this was half a teaspoon of blue colour in. And it's again, let's get the other one. So can you see the difference? You should be able to see the difference. There you go, can you see the difference? In fact, what I'll do is, let me just lay them in the pan there, so that you can see. And then this one was a 1/4 teaspoon of the Colour Splash. Now this looks really green, doesn't it? So this one looks really green, so let's just take off all the edges. Let's take off this. Okay, look at this. This is what Carol does for you, at your request. Hey, at your request, what does it look like? Blue. And there's that blue. So let's put them all together. So what do you think of that then? How brilliant is that?
Very good, yeah.
Yeah? Did that make you happy, Simon? Because you were quite curious as well, weren't you?
Well, there's people saying that it goes green, so I was like curious
Yeah.
as to how green it goes. So.
And what does our audience think? So Karen, while
Yes.
you're there, are you able to keep
Gorgeous colours.
Yeah, aren't they fabulous? So don't be frightened. So the darker blue was a teaspoonful of the blue colouring. The middle one was half a teaspoon and the end one was a quarter of a teaspoon. So this mix, Karen, was this what was this? Is this a 10 ounce mix?
10 ounce mix,
yeah, so this was a 10 ounce mix. So basically in colouring terms, you're going to be using 1 2/3 of a teaspoon of colouring, if that makes sense. So we'll come back to those afterwards. Let me just put them on the tray. Let's have a little clear up. So there we go. Because we're gonna
loving the deep colours.
yeah, brilliant. That's what we want. So because we've got Karen in the kitchen as well, Karen can help on some comments. Just while Simon gets used to everything. You know what it is, a man in the kitchen, eh?
What do you
Should do
mean?
things at once. You are getting much better. You are. So let's get those out of the way. So we're going to buttercream them up afterwards, yeah? So then for now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a layered rainbow cake just with the mix all in one pan. So let me just clean all this up 1 minute. And we'll use the colours again. So they're great, this colour splash range. You know, I've been promoting this range for a very long time. So let me just get rid of all my crumbs over there.
Yvonne, there wasn't any milk in the mixture.
No.
It was 10 ounces of flour, 10 ounces of icing sugar, 10 ounces of butter, 5 eggs, and it was about a tablespoon of hot water because the mixture was a bit stiff. We don't use milk in the mixture.
No, we don't. But you can do. There's nothing wrong with you using milk. We just use water instead. So just hold on. I'm going to make the mix for you now anyhow. So just let me get rid of that. So let me give this to my new assistant. There we go. 1 second. You can move that down there.
The blue that we used was called blue.
Yes, in the colour splash range. I'll just give you that cloth there. There's actually 2 blues. There's the blue, and let me just get the other blue out. There's a light blue. And to be fair,
I wasn't being funny.
no, I know you weren't. I know you weren't. Which camera are we on, Simon?
We're on the overhead now, so
Right.
you're not quite in the middle, Carol.
Right, brilliant. Are we in the middle there?
To your left.
To my left.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we've used the colour splash of blue. And as I say, in that 10 ounce mix, I divided the 10 ounce mix between 3 pans, and 1/3 of it was a teaspoonful of the blue. The second one had half a teaspoon, and the third one had a quarter of a teaspoon. Thanks, Karen. Right, okay, so let me get that colouring off the board there. There we go. Right, so let's show you how to make a rainbow cake. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a layered rainbow cake in here. And we're going to pop all the colours in. Are we back on this one, come out, Simon?
We're on this one, yeah.
Yeah, simple, brilliant. So let's get the mix together. This is my usual mix. It's a basic Victoria sponge recipe, and this is what I use all the time. If you do hear the doggies outside barking, I do have 6 doggies. In fact, I'll just shut the doors a moment because Simon, do you want to shut the doors? What they're doing is they're just letting anybody walk past. Just letting anybody who's walking past know that they're there. We do live on a little lane, so lots of people do walk down with their other doggies. So it's my doggies saying hello to their doggie. Right,
Do you understand dog?
Of course I understand dog language. They're just saying, hi, my name is Basil. I am Lincoln. This is my sister, Poppy and Daisy.
I'm saying very angry.
No, I can tell when they're angry. That's their lovely, nice doggy talk. Do you never do doggy talk?
We didn't do it at our school. No.
Have you not?
No.
Who's got doggies and does doggy talk? You've got to do
Absolutely.
doggy talk, don't you? Who's my little woof 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 woof?
That's baby talk.
No, it isn't. Hello, my little beautiful Basil. He's my little baby boy. You've got to do doggy talk, haven't you? Right, okay, so we're doing, what are we doing here, Karen? What
We're doing a
Is
rainbow
this-
cake, aren't we?
No, it's a 10 ounce mix,
10 ounce
isn't it?
mix again, yeah.
So just so I know, so Karen's already pre-weighed it out for me this morning. So this is 10 ounces of margarine. Now I always use stalk margarine. You can use what you like, okay? There's no preference. It's just that I've been brought up using stalk and I've always stuck with stalk. So it's actually the margarine, not stalk block. So we're going to put this on till it's beaten, till it's nice, light and fluffy.
See that, Simon? All our gorgeous people, they all do doggy talk.
Yes, that's what we like, doggy talk. Should we have a doggy session? Oh, woof, woof, woof. How are you, Sue? Woof, Julie. Woof, woof, woof.
Amy, I've got the stuffy and I do doggy talk for that stuffy as well.
So we're just going to have a lot of noise in the kitchen for a minute because we've got to whip the living daylights out of the margarine. I should have thought ahead. We've whipped the butter ready for the buttercream. We've already pre-whipped that. So I didn't think about whipping the margarine. So, sorry guys. So can you pass us all the spatula, please?
I don't know why I flushed that up. Sorry, guys.
What did you say?
I was apologising to the viewers. I flashed your name up. Like
Oh,
when
did you?
all you can see is the mixer.
So we're going to have to whip this a little bit longer. So we're going to have the noise on a little bit longer. But anyway, I'm glad that you all do doggy talk. And we've always done it. You end up having a conversation with your husband sometimes, don't you? Well, I do with John. We'll be having a conversation with Basil and Lincoln because I've got a Basil, a Lincoln, Daisy, Poppy, Barney, and Chip. So it's so we've got Basil Brush, Barney Rubble, Lincoln, he's the master. Daisy, what do we call her? I forget what we call her. We have some mad name for her. It's sort of gone now. And we have Chip the. I can't say it, but he's called Chip the. I'm sure you can guess. Chip the. And he's a little Jack Russell. So we've got all big dogs. We've got Rhodesian Ridgebacks. We've got all big dogs. And the one that causes the most trouble is Chip the, beginning with S. Yeah? Chip the. Right, okay. But we do talk to them all. So sorry, this is going to go on again. Pardon? Oh, hello Yvonne from Malaysia. Yes, do let us know where you're all from and whether you're new to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So you might ask me, why am I whipping the life out of the margarine? Because you shouldn't whip the life out of your cake mix, okay? So let's get all the whipping done now. And it's the same with your buttercream as well. Whip the living daylights out of your butter first. So let's get all the whipping done now. You lot can listen to the noise. And just think, you're already sat there on the settee, all nice and comfy. Who's sat there at home in their pyjamas, nice and comfy? And who's bothered to get dressed today? Pardon? First day back. It was so funny, John did a live, I think it was not Thursday, not Saturday, but Friday Thursday. And he'd been in work from 6 in the morning, God bless him, till 7:20 at night. He was so tired and he looked absolutely tired. And he said, I'm going to have to go and have a shower. And I said, you know what, John, don't bother getting dressed. Just go and have a shower and just put your pyjamas on. He was mortified that I told you. And I wouldn't have told you, but the fact is he had to pick somebody for the drawers. Right, I don't think I can take any more of this. It'll have to do. So we whip the butter, scrape it all off. Did I just lose some out of the machine there? Oh, I did. Went in with the eggs.
We've got a lot of people in PJs, you lazy things.
Has anybody bothered to get dressed since they've been on furlough? You all just live in your PJs now. Every time I speak to someone, they're in their pyjamas. Hope you're having a shower and putting clean ones on daily. Right, okay.
Well, I think that's the whole point of not you don't have to do that anymore.
No, you just stay in your pyjamas, that's
Yeah.
it. 3 weeks in the same pyjamas.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so we're using our flavoured icing sugars. If you're new to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, I own a company called Sugar and Crumbs and it's flavoured icing sugars. We also make delicious flavoured cocoa powders as well. So you see I've got some of them in the background because we're actually working through them. And what are we on, blueberry and lemon?
Blueberry and lemon, yes.
Yeah, fantastic. And the blueberry and lemon is amazing. I have to say it's not one of our top selling flavours, but that's because I think people think, should I try it, should I try it? Yes, you should. You should try it because it's delicious. And I've actually already tasted the batter just to make sure. You've got to have a bit of the batter, haven't you? Just to make sure it's tasting all lovely and yummy, and it was. So Karen, did I? There you go. Just wipe my hands again. So when you put the sugar in, Okay, make sure you scrape down your bowl and make sure you're chopping everything first. Now, for those of you who are abroad, or if you don't use flavoured sugar here in the UK, but those of you in other countries, of course, use caster sugar, or whatever the name is in your country. So it's not a granulated, which is the bigger chunks, it's a finer one, and then you've got caster sugar, which some of you call it confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar. That's what we're using here, and this is flavoured. But here in the UK, I always show everybody to use the flavoured icing sugar. And it just gives a little extra twist to your bake, that's all. So if you see anything that needs to be shouted out, Karen, please join in.
It's just Nikki just made me laugh. She said she'd only dressed because she knew the postman was coming and he's seen him all undressed than he has dressed.
Sorry.
The postman's due and he's seen him all undressed than he has dressed, so she's got dressed for a change.
Just to surprise the postman. Oh, I tell you how exciting our lives are at the moment, aren't they? Do you not think, do you know what, I know that we're all at home, but do you not think it's better? You know, crime rate has gone down, isn't it? There's no drug dealers on the streets or anything. Not that I've ever seen a drug dealer in my life anyhow, but they just seem to be, it just seems to be a lot calmer, doesn't it? Everybody's at home behaving and being calm. And I'm hoping when we all go back to normal, it's actually a much nicer place to live in. I really do hope that people maybe sit back and look on this and think, you know what was I getting so upset about? You know, don't really need all the drama, do we? Let's enjoy life. So I put my sugar in there. I'm just going to give it a beat again. While that's beating again, sorry.
The measurements for the caster sugar is the same as the it's like for like.
Yeah, so we're doing a 10-ounce mix. When you're doing a 10-ounce mix, it means everything is 10 ounces, okay? So it's 10 ounces of margarine, and we've now put in 10 ounces of flavoured icing sugar. We're also now going to break up 5 eggs. For every 2 ounces of mix, you use 1 egg, yeah? Now, I always use large eggs, but recently I've only been able to get medium eggs, and my delivery yesterday from Tesco's was mixed eggs. So I actually don't know what size these eggs are. They just said they were mixed, so I'm not going to bother weighing them. I do know some of you love weighing your eggs, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Feel free to weigh them. So, but I'm just doing now 5 mixed eggs in the mix. So, sorry, that was a bit of margarine that actually fell out of my bowl before. So we've got 5 mixed eggs in there. Get rid of that. There we go. So while the mix is on, can you see the mixer still, Simon?
And now, yeah.
Right, so while the mix is on now, we've incorporated, am I on this camera?
You're looking down at the mixer at the moment, but you're on.
Yeah. So while this mix is on now, so let's just go back to it again. This is a 10-ounce mix, okay? So this is 10 ounces of margarine, 10 ounces of flavoured icing sugar. We've now cracked 5 eggs, and we're going to put 1 egg in at a time. As I said before, I usually use large eggs. Recently, with everything that's going on, I've only been able to get all the medium eggs, and then I got a Tesco collection yesterday, and I only got mixed eggs. So I have to be grateful for what we've got. So I'm not bothering weighing them. You know what? We're just going to go with it. So I'm just going to put 1 egg in at a time. Let it incorporate. Let it incorporate. So we'll turn the mixer up. Now, sometimes people do worry if the mix curdles. Don't worry if it curdles. We have 10 ounces of flour to go in here. This is 10 ounces of self-raising. I never use plain flour. I never use bicarbonated soda or baking powder. I don't put a pinch of salt in. I just use self-raising. That's all we need, okay? That's what's made the cupcakes before. It's what makes every cake. I've just done a test for a lady today. So the batter that I've got over there in those bowls, a lady today, she messaged me over the weekend and said, Carol, I always buy the cupcake cases off you, and they're absolutely lovely. However, the last ones that I bought off you don't work. They peel. So those of you who know me well know exactly what I'm going to say. Something called user error. Okay, so I said to her, right, that's fine, no problems. So I've had a look at her last order to see what she ordered, and these are the cupcake cases. So I've baked a batch, and there's no peeling. You on the overhead there, Simon? Yeah. So there's no peeling at all, and this batter is what's actually in here as well. So no peeling, no grease, no nothing. And I did show you a few weeks ago how to bake the cupcakes, and quite a few of you have said how lovely they are. They're really nice and soft. In fact, we'll break one open. So we'll break one open while we're doing that. Let's get my eggs out of the way. Just so you can see, we're on the overhead, Simon.
Yeah.
You can't taste any of these cakes, can you, Simon? So look, are we on here?
Yeah.
Look, lovely and spongy, really nice. I'll just taste it for you, just to check that it does taste okay.
Well, you have to. It's quality control.
Yeah. And these are blueberry and lemon, and I have to say, they are delicious. I probably wouldn't even put any buttercream on them. They're so nice, aren't they? They're good. Right, let's drop another egg in. So when I'm beating my eggs, are we on this one, Simon? Simon? Yep. So when I'm beating my eggs, I actually don't, eggs in, I don't actually put it on fast. I just beat it in nice and slow. What I was going to say to you before, if you find that your mix is about to curdle, we do have 10 ounces of flour here as well. And then if it starts to curdle, we'll add a tablespoon of flour as we go along. So I'm just going to go and grab a spoon, because, oh, actually I've got a spoon here, it's fine. So mine's not curdling at the moment. So egg number 2 is incorporated. We've now got egg number 3 gone in. So Karen, is there any questions?
Yes, Simon can't taste, unfortunately, because he's gluten-free. So there's more for me and Carol. Yes.
Simon has a gluten intolerance, so he can't taste anything, which is such a shame. Simon wants us to do gluten-free Fridays. Is that what you said, Simon?
Well, free from Fridays.
Free from Fridays, yeah.
So we can
So-
have do something for vegans as well.
Yes, and I do agree with him. So maybe we should start looking at recipes. Now I've got Karen back in the kitchen. It gives me chance now that 2 of us can actually go through the recipe website and we can actually look at things. Because you've got to remember, I'm not a professional baker, and generally I'm baking. I mean, I've baked sponge cakes hundreds of times, but lots of things I'm having to make them either on the live or just before we go live. So I do think it's a good idea that on a Friday, if I can, I'll try and do 2 Fridays a month where we do free from gluten, free from Fridays, free from gluten, or maybe a vegan recipe. So we'll see what we can do. I've actually got a lovely cupcake recipe for a vegan recipe, which a lovely lady gave me, and I can't remember her name at the moment. She's had a baby this year. She came up, did a live with us, and blonde-haired lady. Oh, if she's watching, she'll tell us her name anyhow, but she gave me a lovely recipe, so we'll do that. So we're now on egg number 4. Oh, nearly egg number 5 went in. If they do both go in, because eggs are slippy little fellas, if they do go in, you know what, don't have a nervous breakdown. There's no point. It doesn't really matter. So we'll just incorporate it nice and slow.
We might have to locate some gluten-free flour though if we're going to use that.
That's the problem. Trying to get all the gluten-free flour. I have been on to everybody. It's like gold dust at the moment. So we're out of flour. Well, we're not actually technically out of flour. Basically, I didn't put the whole amount in on the website. Now, the reason I didn't put the whole amount in is that I just wanted to make sure that we sold what we got and stabilised, and then we'll put some more in. So John is down at the warehouse. We've got 2 more lads in the warehouse today, back off furlough, and they're helping packing orders with James, because it's just been John and James, God bless them, and Laura running the office. So so John has got some help, and we've got help in production as well. We've got 2 lads in production, which is great. So they're packing orders. We are behind. I can't remember which date we're up to now. I think we're up to Saturday's orders. I think that's where we're up to. And John is hoping to get everything out today. And then once we've done that, we can see how much flour we've got. I have got another delivery arriving tomorrow. I've already bought it. It's arriving tomorrow. I've not put it on the website yet because I want to see how much we've got left in the warehouse. I always like to hold a secret stash back, so just in case. So this is my 5th egg going in.
Alison made our carrot cake and she swapped the flour for gluten-free and it turned out brilliant.
Yes, it does, yeah. I mean, to be fair, when you are changing a lot of things, you just swap in for gluten-free. It is different. The whole thing about gluten-free, it's not just swapping the flour, it's actually what you've got in the kitchen at the time. So if you're making something for somebody that's gluten free, your whole kitchen has to be clean and completely dealt with differently. You know, some people go to the absolute extremes of having different utensils, different cake pans, different everything. If you're putting everything in the dishwasher, I don't think that's necessary. But basically, you know, like the toaster, you shouldn't really share the same toaster with somebody who's on a gluten-free diet. You should have 2 toasters, because you always got crumbs in the bottom of the toaster and little bits get stuck on the side. Just depends how severe their diet is. For me personally, all my utensils go in the dishwasher. You can't get any cleaner than that, so I'm not going to separate them. But if you are tight on utensils in the house, you've got a small kitchen, you can only have so many, you need to make sure that they are spotlessly clean, and you mustn't have any other flour out about at all. Nothing with gluten in the vicinity. Right, okay, so there's our batter. So you can just see there, I'll just lift it up, it's just got a little curdle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put 1, 2, and then I'm just going to grab my water, what Karen's got down there. Thanks very much, Karen. And then I'm going to put in 2 tablespoonfuls of cooled boiled water. Okay? Don't ask me why, I've just always have. So when I was a young girl, my grandma always showed me to put milk in. So we always put milk in. And I don't know if any of you were brought up on sterilised milk, but I was brought up on sterilised milk. I mean, I can't stand the stuff now. But when I met John couldn't believe that I drank sterilised milk, and I loved it ice cold from the fridge as well. So anyhow, it took him a long time to get me onto fresh milk, which I'm on now. But I don't put it in my cakes anymore. Don't know why, I've just gone to water. So I went to a class about 8 years ago, and in that class the lady used water in there, so I think I've just swapped my milk from that. So there we go, so we'll just mix that now, and now we're going to add our flour. So let's get everything off the mixer. Our ovens are on, and our ovens, are they on 150 today, Karen?
They are, yes.
Yeah. So normally I like to bake long and slow on a 140, but my ovens are older now, so I've sort of upped the notch a little bit to 150. If you've got a brand new oven, you know, just be mindful if it's a brand new oven. I like to bake long and slow, not sure why, just the way I've always done it. Anyhow, so we've now added our flour in. So Simon, do you want to pop into the overhead?
Yep, you're on the overhead.
Right, so we've added our flour in, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it all in. So I'm sure lots of you can make cake mixes, but I just do this just for, you know, if there's newbies here, or to show some of you, you know, different ways. Everybody has a different way, you know, we all had a different grandma, didn't we? We all had a different tutor. And the thing is, who's to say my way is the right way? You know, some of you love Mary Berry's way, or Nigella's way. You know, it's entirely up to you who you follow. So, but this is my recipe, and I always like to show it live, just so that you can see that it works, okay? So we're just folding it in, and make sure you lift it from the bottom. So we're not mixing. We are going to give it a mix, but we're just going to give it a 20 to 30 second mix. So Karen is back in the kitchen, so I'm going to get Karen to do a couple of lives as well, and I'll be her assistant. So she's my assistant today, and that's why you can see she's just heard the dishwasher's gone on, and she's just cleaning up and passing things to me as I need them. And then when Karen's decided what she's going to make, I'll be her assistant. So you need to start thinking now, Karen. You know, should I give you the free from Fridays?
Oh,
and the vegan stuff?
Oh, she is.
Right, okay, so we've incorporated all that now. Just going to go back on the mixer. And we're going to give it, we're back on this camera, Simon? So we're just going to give it 20 seconds. So let's count 20 seconds. Just testing it. It wasn't just test, I turned it off the wrong way. Right, okay, so that's our mix. And there we go. That's all we need. And then we're going to colour this up, ready for our cake today. I can get the mixture out of the way for a little while. So I've already pre-whisked some buttercream as well, some butter for the buttercream, because we're going to decorate that blue cake afterwards. So let me get that out of the way. Those cupcakes out the way. Oh, it's cake, isn't it? So Simon, how are we doing? Don't think you need to tell me?
No, we're doing well, yes.
We're doing well, good. And
Doing
how's our
well,
audience
everybody's
going?
happy.
Everybody's happy?
Everybody's enjoying it.
Everybody's in the pyjamas?
No, it's about 50-50.
Oh, 50-50, good. Glad some of you made the effort. So Karen, sorry to ask you, can I just have another small bowl, please?
Yes, sir.
So I'm just going to divide the mix. I'm not going to, in fact, you know what, I will weigh it out. So, let's weigh the mix out. We want it level. So we zeroed that. So we always get this wrong, don't we? Because I always say it's 2 ounces, but it's not, because we put 10 ounces of flour
I think it's
in.
about 11 point something.
Yeah.
Is that about 11 point something we did last time?
Oh.
Can you use utterly butterly to bake?
Pardon?
Can you use utterly butterly to bake?
Absolutely, no problems at all. Yeah, absolutely. And you can use pure if you want to. Pure's fine.
Pure's good for using when we do the vegan one, isn't it?
Yeah. Too much in there. I'm going to colour this up. I'm just going to give it another blob to everything else. I'll give another blob. We're going to have too much batter for the tin that I want, but it doesn't matter because we can use it for our cupcakes after. I saw a cartoon, somebody sent it me the other day. In fact, it was Sue Richmond, if she's watching, and I'll share it on the group afterwards. It was quite funny. It's what we're all going to look like after we've been doing all this baking. So on the group, I'll share it on there, but I'll just put a little warning first. Right, so there we go.
You've got 5 bowls there, have you, Carol?
We've got 5 bowls because we're doing 5 different colours. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we are going to use the blue.
Are you just squirting it in?
I'm just squirting it and not mushing it out. So I'm just going to do a nice squirt.
And that's Colour Splash Blue, is it?
Colour Splash Blue. And then this bundle here, we're going to do 2 shares for these today. So next week, remind me that Tuesday's share was this. I'll do the orange. There's 2 of these 5 bundles, and that's if we've got enough pink in here actually. Yeah. So pink. And do the green. So it's these 2 bundles. We'll do 2. We'll pick 2 winners for these. So you'll have to remind me. Simon, do you know what? Because we keep forgetting, do you want to do a little notes on your phone of what we've said that we're doing, which will help us, won't it?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Or Karen, have you got notes on your phone?
I can write it down.
Okay, have you got a pen and paper to write it down, Simon?
Carol, where did you buy your little coloured bowls from? Can you remember?
The Co-op. Last year, Co-op in the picnic section. So you know the little local Co-op that you have? They have a little picnic session, so a little picnic station there. So they did side plates, bowls, jugs, cups. So I just picked them from there. They weren't that expensive actually. I think they were like £2 a bowl or something. I'll just lift. Yes, should we start making notes of what we're doing? Have you got your diary there, Simon? Because I think by the time we've done the prizes now, we'll be up to speed then with everything. So that's the lilac. So you notice I'm not mixing, I'm actually lifting the mix.
So the 5 colour splash set.
Yeah, so it's a 5 colour special set, Simon, and it's, you can see the colours there. It's violet, pistachio, blue, orange and pink, and we're going to pick 2 winners twice for the like and share. So we need to draw that next Tuesday, don't we?
2 winners, right.
I think if we're back next Monday, you know what, to make it easy, we'll do 2 colour splash bundles on the Monday. I know we've lost one. Well, no, because Danielle, we'll do Danielle's £25 voucher, because on the nighttime sessions, we've got a £25 voucher. So what we'll do is, Danielle should have been on last night, but obviously with the bank holiday, we've moved it to tonight. So we'll do that next Monday. So Simon, can you write that down, that next Monday?
Yeah.
We'll be back Monday night live.
Oh, so I've written Monday for today, Tuesday,
Pardon?
isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm coming back on your screens on Monday nights.
Am I with you?
You are.
What am I writing down? What's happening next Monday, Carol?
Monday night, so you're not in on Monday, it's John. He gets it.
Monday night, yes. You're doing Monday morning and Monday night, or just Monday night?
I think we're going to do a flashback next Monday morning instead.
All right.
John wants me to come back in on Monday night. It's nothing with Danielle or anything, but that's where I've always been for the last 3.5 years, on a Monday night and a Thursday night. So John wants me to come back in then, and then I think we're going to get Danielle in on Tuesday nights. So don't worry, you'll get your fix of baking. So you can see all this mixture now. I'm going to get these ready in the oven, and then we're going to do the buttercream. And then we're going to put the blue cake together for you, and then we're going to decorate this up as well. So we've got a lot to do. So any questions or anything, anybody? Are we all quite happy sat there in our pyjamas with a cup of tea? Is it all sunshining where you are? Because I know it was really frosty this morning, but the sun is glorious. If you stand in the sun, it's absolutely glorious, but as soon as you come out of it, it's bitter.
That sky out there, it's like it just blue, there's no clouds.
No, it's beautiful. And then on Saturday night, was it Saturday night? Oh, when was it when it was really windy? Did you get like a gale force wind?
Yes, Saturday night.
It was Saturday night, I tell you.
Because we had a fire outside, me and
Yeah.
my husband, you know, they're in the fire pit and the flames are going everywhere.
Well, after I did the live with you guys on Saturday night, John couldn't believe it. That was only an hour. He was amazed, so he's well chuffed. So I went and sat on the settee afterwards, and I had Lincoln sat next to me. Well, we both nearly shot out the chair because we've got like patio doors on our front windows, and John hadn't shut them properly. He just sort of pushed them to. Well, they blew open. Nearly got out earlier. I don't know who jumped the highest, me or Lincoln. And he's like our biggest dog. It was like Scooby-Doo, he reminds me of Scooby-Doo. Well, actually, Daisy reminds me of Scooby-Doo. So we're not mixing, we're just lifting it up, so you can see. So we're doing a layered rainbow cake. We're going to bake it so you can see it live, see what colour it comes out like. So this is a great one to do with the children. So, and this colour splash range is so reasonable in price as well. We do loads of bundles, loads of different colour bundles. I love the natural colours. We've got a mermaid bundle. What have we got? We've got pastels. We've got the Carol's Favourites bundle. We've got the full collection.
We've got the, is it the soft, is it called the nudes? Naturals.
Naturals, yeah.
Naturals.
That's it. Right, just let me get some kitchen roll. 1 second. Pass us kitchen roll, Karen, please.
I'll throw it to you, there you go. Catch.
It's fun, this social distancing thing, isn't it?
I can throw things at you and you can't shout at me.
It's so weird, isn't it? Ooh, right, don't come down near me. Simon has to put the overhead camera on and he goes, can I just do the overhead camera? I go, yeah. And I'm stood here doing it. He goes, Carol, can you just shift? Right, okay. So it's lilac we're going to put in first. So can you see that on the overhead there?
Yeah.
Let me get this scraper out.
You're putting all of that in,
Yeah, we are.
including the white bits.
We are, including the white bits. Don't worry, I'll mix the white bits in a minute.
You're going to take that outside when it's
Half a job, Karen, half a job.
Just because we pulled you on your mixing last week. Hey, don't be trying to get us back, Simon. So, you'll see I've got a piece of greaseproof on the bottom here, so I'm just going to spread this round the pan.
Are Colour Splash vegan, the gels?
No, they're not actually. Only Fractal are vegan.
See, Jane McDougall knows what's going on. She's doing a good job on the cameras today, Karen.
Oh, does she? Jane's such a lovely lady. She likes everyone. So, there we go.
So Amy, it's Fractal colours which are vegan.
Yeah, if you want all vegan colours, it's the Fractal colours, and believe me, they're very strong. They're actually stronger than the Colour Splash. I'm out of stock of some colours, but I've just placed my order with Fractal, so I'm just waiting. But their colours come from Hungary, so sometimes they arrive quickly and sometimes they don't. It's just like everything at the moment. It's like the little rolly. I can't even tell you where it is. I've done the tracking and I can't find it, but Brian from Evil Cake Genius has assured me that they're on the way. Oh, and by the way, the Russians have been in touch. It's like around the world, isn't it? The Hungarians, the Americans and the Russians, they've all been in touch. So the Hungarians, we have to wait for them to deliver. They've had their order yesterday, so that usually takes about 2 weeks. The Americans, which is the Evil Cake Genius, he's told me it's on the way. I have to be honest, I can't follow the tracking. I've had no updates. He thinks they may have changed the consignment number, but he assures me they're on the way. So, and then the Russians have been back in touch. So they've been on lockdown. They've just come back into work. Not all of them, but they've come back into work. They apologise like mad for not being in touch. I've actually given up hope. So, right, what we're going to do now is we're going to put the green on the top. No white bits in that one, Simon. No white bits. Was you watching?
Well, good job, really, because you couldn't really mix them in, could you? Unless you want to mix them in with purple.
I know. This is where it gets tricky now.
Yeah.
Just got to do it gently. Take your time. Don't rush. Just take your time.
Could you pipe that
Yeah,
on,
you could
Carol?
pipe it in, but by the time you put it in a piping bag and scraped it out, you know what? You may as well faff about doing it this way. It takes just the same amount of time, believe me. Because what happens is you've got to scrape it all out your bowl into a piping bag. Then you've got to pipe it in here. You won't get it all laid out and you still have to stretch it across. So you may as well just do it this way. Just take your time. Don't worry. And if a little bit of it intermingles, what does it matter? They're only making friends, aren't they? Colours mingling.
And rainbows are always merging on the edges, anyway.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. It was deliberate, that, wasn't it? That's why. Well done, Karen. Knew there was a reason why you were here. Bail me out of it, Karen. Bail me out of it.
You're getting me into trouble.
Hey, you get me into trouble, Simon. I need someone to get me out of it. So there we go.
We're layering, Ashley. We're not marbling. We're layering.
No. We might have the odd little bit of marble.
What would marbling be?
Marbling's when you just mix it all in. We're going to do that with the cupcakes afterwards.
Right, yes, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Perhaps she
waste
thinks
any.
you are marbling by
Pardon?
the way you're doing it.
Pardon? Who thinks we are?
No, it's what Simon just said. He said maybe they think you are marbling because of the way you're doing it.
Just a bit of kitchen banter.
Eh? Do you know what duty you're going to be on after, don't you, Simon?
Yes, I do,
What
Carol.
will that be?
Connecting up the wires up here, yeah. And I'm making banners for
I'm making
Danielle's.
brews.
Definitely not washing up.
Is it blue after green or is it orange?
Blue after purple and then green.
Oh, have I got it the wrong way round? Is it? Was it blue next?
It's usually it's in the Soviet red, yellow, blue, green.
Oh, shut up. What is it now?
Just it doesn't matter.
Oh, you know what? We're having our own frigging rainbow.
Yeah.
We're all very happy in here.
We're having a happy rainbow.
Yeah.
We're having it the Karen McFarland way.
Absolutely.
There's no rules. It's called rustic. Slap it together. So, are you enjoying it all so far? Who's going to try and have a make one? What did you think of my ruffles on Saturday that I did for you? I watched the live back afterwards. John wasn't as good as filming as Simon. Simon really got in there. He got brownie points off me on Simon.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
For what?
John never zoomed in, did he? To the
Oh.
ruffles.
No, he didn't because I was watching you.
Yeah, he was
Ah.
miles away. And the camera was
Oh.
right next to us. Well, that's what happens when you drink a bottle of wine. He was having a glass of
Oh,
wine.
no.
John never ever drinks while doing the live, never ever. But he had been at work all day and he was extremely tired. And Saturday night is his treat night. So I said, right, okay, as long as you don't get trolleyed. And of course, he never zoomed in. So I watched the live afterwards and then miles away. So I think we might have to do those ruffles again, Simon.
Does John need lessons or
I
just
think
not
John
just
need-
not drinking
John
wine?
just doesn't care. John has no interest in cake decorating. I don't think you have any, do you, Simon?
I'm getting very excited by it.
Oh,
Yeah. You know, it's the artist in me, isn't it?
Sue's going to make one. Sue's Snelling, she's going to make one.
Good girl, good girl, good girl. That's what we want. Right. So we'll put the blue on now. And you're going to see this afterwards live, what it looks like, which would be great. My dogs are going mental out there, aren't they?
They loved your ruffles.
Pardon?
They loved your ruffles.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you could see them closer, couldn't you? I know some of you, I know some of you did ask, can you do it with ganache? Well, I don't know, but I bought the cream in to give it a grow. Give it a grow.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Sue Snelling, I think that's a 10-inch tin, is it, Carol?
It is, yeah. So just a bit of patience. The kids are going to thank you for this one. Seriously, they are.
And that's 250 millimetres.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, or 254 if you want to be.
I don't know any metric stuff.
Sarah, don't laugh at me with maths. It's a 10-inch tin.
You two, it must be older, a lot older than me.
Well, I'm 58, aren't I? I have no idea. I was having a conversation with Karen. Karen does her cake mix in grams.
All because of the kids, isn't
And
it?
and I do mine in ounces. So she was weighing out the mixture before for me. And I'm going, Karen, that's not right. And she's going, it is. And I said, no, it isn't. But it's only because she's doing it in grams, it's slightly different.
But you use grams, but not,
Only
but,
because-
and inches.
Yeah, because it was the grams, it was doing the cooking with the kids at school and having to get all, they used to bring the recipes over in grams to me, so I got used to doing it in grams.
I have no idea in grams. So there we go. Yeah. Right, okay, last one
Carol
on the
Sperling,
top.
maybe one day I'll make a cake.
Well, I should never make a cake. Oh, you make a cake,
Yeah.
Simon.
I don't know necessarily live, but I might make a cake.
Do you bake, Simon, or do anything? Do you cook?
I cook, yeah. I cook every day.
I tell you what,
Free for
Three.
Friday.
my son was saying that he would happily make you all a sourdough bread live if you wanted to from his kitchen. Who fancies that? So he said he'll do that. So if you'd like me to set that up, I can set that up for you. And then if he likes that, he might bake a few other things as well. So if any of you would like my son Ryan to bake, I haven't got enough pink. I must have done this one a bit short on the mixture. Right, okay.
You've made a scary face with that.
And I made a scary face. I'm more scared myself now because I haven't got enough pink to spread across. We might have to do a marble effect. We might have to change the plan. I don't know what I did in that bowl
Oh.
Can
there.
I make a bit more up with it?
Eh?
Make a bit more with
Yeah, I've got a
spare?
bit more there, actually.
Yeah.
Looks like
What pink, was that just a normal pink you've used?
yeah, just the colour splash pink.
Colour splash pink it was, going to say it's a lovely vibrant colour that one.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just nicking a bit from a bowl because I think the actual violet actually had more than anything else.
Yeah, your Ryan's got a live going on them because they all want to see sourdough.
So would you like to, if I can set it up, Ryan did volunteer yesterday, so if I can set that up for a daytime, I'll ask him whether he wants to do a daytime session or a nighttime session live from his home. Do you want me to do that? The baby will be running around though, unfortunately. Well, no, she's absolutely adorable, Bella, but she'll be in on the act. So if you'd like me to do that, and I'll ask him to see if there's anything else he can do as well. Right, so just need to put a bit more pink in this because it's not as pink as the other one. So if you like that idea, I think he's been on and done a live once. Who's seen him do his live last time?
I've never seen him do a live.
Have you not seen Ryan do a live? Oh yeah, he did a lovely live. He did a pancake cake and souffles.
Oh.
Mm. Anyhow, but him and my son are they're baking bread all the time, sourdough. So they're on this group. Oh, you know, I keep mentioning the house party, by the way, and some of you have messaged me and said, do be careful. So with the house party app, okay, you can get strangers coming into your app, and if you Google it, some people say it has been a cause of spammers and stuff. But it's actually a safe app. But when you do set your room up, some of you will have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, if you've got WhatsApp, you can download an app called House Party. And that basically means that all your contacts in your phone can actually come and join you. So if you leave the unlock button, so let's say I was having a chat with Karen in the house party, and then it would give all my other contacts a notification that I was actually in the house. So that would mean you could come and join us, and then your face would pop up and we'd all have a laugh and a chat. But if you don't want to, if you want to keep it private, just lock the button, because there has been some very strange things. People have jumped in with some, well, let's just say it wasn't their face that they were saw. There's some rumours going around that it's actually not a safe app, but if you Google it, and I did Google it, it's actually just stirring trouble.
Yeah, my daughter and their friends, they do that every week. I mean,
Yeah.
because they're doing quizzes because they're all over the country. They're just doing a house party with
Yeah.
quizzes.
It's actually a great app, but seriously, I know lots of you have messaged me about it, but Google it, and there's actually there's no proof in what they're saying. It's just a rumour saying that your accounts can be hacked. What they're saying is a lot of people use the same password for everything they have, and that's what you shouldn't do. So it's like a nightmare for me. I had my card stolen off me 20 years ago, and the bank told me off because when I asked them and they asked me the password, I said, oh, I use the same password for everything, and the bank really did tell me off about it. So since then, I actually have a different password for everything that I've got, and I have to put them in code because I don't even know them. There's that many things. Anyhow, so this is going to go in the oven now. So the oven's on. So I was just about to walk off with the cake and forgot to tell you what I was doing with it. So this is the cake. It's going to go in the oven. I've no idea what it's going to look like, so we'll wait and see. So it's going to go in the oven until it's cooked. We're going to give it 20 to 25 minutes on 150. Yeah? There we go. So Karen's going to pop that in. So let's get rid of all these bowls and all that mess there. Let's put the blue cake together. So I'm going to put the blue cake together for you. Let's clean my bowl. Oh, the daisy. There we go. Is that central there, Simon?
Nearly.
Nearly. Right, okay.
Towards
Where do you want it?
Towards
Here?
you. A bit.
Yep.
Yep. Just a little bit more towards you. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Okay. So let's put the cakes together. So the darkest blue one was this one, wasn't it? So we've cut them in half. For those of us who've only just joined us, let me just get a palette knife, small palette knife, 1 second. Just put it out of the way, Karen. Yeah. Got the buttercream already made. So we are just going to, I'll make some more buttercream afterwards because we'll colour it up blue afterwards. So we're just going to pop our cake on. So this is the dark blue. Can you see that on the overhead, Simon?
Yeah.
So this is the dark blue. We've just stuck it on there.
Why did you ask me where was the middle and then move it?
Pardon? Oh, sorry. Wasn't thinking, is that the middle now? Is that the middle now? Stop moaning. Is that the middle now?
A little bit further away if you want it dead in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Right, great. Right, let me just...
I miss this banter, you know.
Eh?
I miss this banter.
So we're just going to put our buttercream layer on. So rather than, don't keep putting your spatula straight into the bowl, just keep this in with the clean stuff on. Scrape it off. I'm not putting jam on. I did put jam, strawberry jam on the other rainbow cake I did at the weekend, but I'm not putting jam on this one. It's only 3 layers.
Just decided to join us.
Oh, your mum joined us.
Just.
So Iris, just for you, we're doing blue cakes. So I am just going to pop that one in there. Just going to line them up together so that when they cut this cake, they don't get all funny shapes. So that's
Won't that
lined
mean
up
it'll
there.
fall apart?
Pardon? Will it what?
Won't that mean it'll fall apart?
No. Simon, none of my cakes fall apart.
Well,
Don't worry.
Butter icing is the
Is it
I'm
glue?
sure I remember one falling apart before you'd even made it.
Yes, shall we not go there again, Simon?
Oh, sorry.
This is me baking the sponge. I don't know what happened there. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I was having a moment. To be fair, I was following some daft recipe. I wasn't using my own recipe, and I was following some recipe, and I would never want to follow it again. I actually don't know what I did. I think I used butter instead of margarine. Sometimes I'm just tired and get myself a little bit confused. So there we go. I keep thinking that's the dog barking, but it isn't. It's a dishwasher, isn't it?
Yeah. He said, you've given me such a lot of pots, let's put it on.
Right. There we go. Right, so I'm just making sure that's even there. Yeah. Next cake. Did you check what time it went in the oven, that, Karen?
I've put the timer on.
So where's the centre of that cake? No, there it is. There we go. Right. Right, can I have the kettle please, Karen?
Yes.
So I'm just going to soften my buttercream, because this buttercream's quite firm, so I'm just going to soften it down a little bit. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I put the timer on, Carol.
Super. Oh, you put the timer on?
Yeah.
Is that a little dig at me for not using the timer?
Hey, she used the timer last week.
Hey?
Worked perfectly, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, did you show me how to use it last week?
No, I think you figured it out by yourself.
I did, but I didn't know how to use the timer.
We suggest you should use the timer.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And you
I wouldn't mind, but
you
I've
know,
got a
to your
timer.
credit, you did it.
I've got a timer on my watch, a timer on my phone. I've even bought a special timer that I actually can't find. And then, so I'm just adding in a little bit of hot water, just to make this a little bit softer. That's all. Just for crumb coating, I actually like it really nice and soft.
It goes on easy, doesn't it, when it's like that?
And Karen, do you want to put that kettle on again, and then I'll have that large jug of water then, because that other water will have cooled down by now.
My favourite bit.
Eh?
My favourite bit that you showed me how to do.
Yeah. So which camera are we on there, Simon?
overhead at the moment.
And you can swap so they can see different ones, otherwise they'll get bored.
Yes, I keep
Flipping.
hard.
Eh? We don't want them bored, do we?
We don't want them bored. No.
So we're just
I
going to
say
do...
you can do it on that side so they can see what you're doing.
Which side? Oh,
That
are we
one,
over
yeah,
here, are
on
we?
that one, yeah.
Brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little crumb coat on. Oops, daisy. A little crumb coat on, because we're going to colour this blue afterwards.
The buttercream?
Yeah.
Ah, they were asking about that, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Calm down, everybody. The buttercream will be blue.
Yeah, we're just putting our white crumb coat on now.
So why do you need a white one on first?
I don't need a white one on, you can colour it, but I just didn't. So, don't need a white one, you can colour it any way you want. But I like to put white between the layers. I don't actually like putting coloured buttercream between cake.
Yeah.
I like to get a proper divide. So I don't like coloured buttercream on the inside of the cake. And because we're crumb coating it, then what we'll do, because we put that in the middle, we'll just carry on round here as well. So this is just having its first layer of crumb coat. And then what we'll do is we'll mix the buttercream for the other one.
It's boiling up.
Yeah, super. So don't worry about any crumbs being on here. And don't worry about it not being perfectly straight. As you know, we only do rustic cakes here in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. It's not all about sharp edges here. In fact, the sooner the band start sharp edges, the better our lives are going to be.
Without a doubt.
Eh?
Without a doubt.
We want to go back to rounded edge cakes. This buttercream smells gorgeous.
The old folks all might be bother about round or sharp edges.
No. I tell you, I dropped off some cakes at the old folks home the other day, and they insisted on. Are we on this camera?
Yeah.
So I dropped some cakes off at the old folks home the other day, and they insisted on giving me 2 Easter eggs, and I said no, I don't want 2 Easter eggs, and they're going no, you must take 2 Easter eggs. Anyway, I took one, and then I took one, so I had it after they did the live on Saturday night. no, was it Sunday night? After I did live on Saturday, we delivered the cake on Sunday. It's only down the road there. And I sat down and said to John, oh, I'll have a bit of that Easter egg. I'd left it in the car. And he came back in, it was gone. He said, I thought you didn't want to get Easter egg. I said, oh no. Trouble is, once you put it in front of me. So there we go, that's it, that's going to do. Yeah. So don't worry about sharp edges, we're doing it the Carol McFarland way. So let me just get my water. So I've just got a cup of hot water here. So you'll see on that camera over there. So I've just got a cup of hot water here. So I'm just going to warm my palette knife in it. Now sometimes you use a bigger palette knife, but this cake isn't 6 inches. I'd probably say this is about 4 or 5 inches, I think. Probably say it's 5 inches, isn't it? I think, what do you think?
Yeah, 4 or 5. Five in the middle.
So we're just putting the palette knife in the hot water. See how it smooths it off really nice.
Everybody loves rustic.
Okay.
Everybody loves rustic.
Oh, it's not rustic anymore. Look at those lovely smooth edges there.
You're losing your audience.
Well, because we're not rustic anymore.
Yeah, Geraldine says sharp edges are overrated.
There we go. Right. So that's that done. 1 second. Right, let's clean our board. Then we're going to get this in the fridge. How's our cake doing, Karen?
Yes, we've got 11 minutes left. And it's looking good.
Simon, was that a yawn?
No, it's just a
sigh?
an excited.
It was an excited sigh, wasn't
I
it?
was just, I was like,
Just been in astonishment, are you?
it was, I was like worried that Carol was going to like scrape some of the buttercream off the cake when she was wiping it round. It was like.
We're doing this as a smash cake straight into Simon's mush. That's now gone into the fridge. Right, okay.
I feel like I'm being ganged up on it.
Oh, goodness me. Right, okay, so we've got rid of that. Let's clean up my area a second.
I was doing all right while you weren't here.
Yeah.
I'm back.
She's back, that's it, you've got trouble on your hands now, Simon. 2 women in the kitchen. Right, so let me just have a little wipe down. You know I like to have a little wipe down all the time. So the colours that we're using, so this is going to be for the drawer. And then we're just going to get the buttercream out, and then I think we'll do the drawer then. Because we've got 3 drawers to do, and we need to get them out the way. Let me give you all that. I always like to keep my board nice and clean. Right, so can I give that a rewash? Thanks. Right, okay, so I need some new bowls, Karen. Can you grab me some new bowls, please?
New bowls.
New bowls. Right, buttercream.
How much you want?
We'll do 5 because we need the 5 colours. So buttercream. So I've already beaten the butter till it's light and whippy. This is buttercream, isn't it? Yeah. So we're just going to pop it on again. And I'm also going to add some water to it as well. So I'll get Karen to pass me the kettle again. So let me just get the mixer on. So when I say I've whipped this, Karen actually whipped this for me earlier. So great having an assistant back in the kitchen. I've only had the pleasure of having an assistant. How long, Karen? How long was you up here being an assistant before you got booted out?
Probably from about Christmas, isn't it? Really, January.
Yeah.
Not long. I enjoyed a good few weeks.
Yeah.
And then I got booted out then.
Yeah. She got furloughed out. But she's back. Right, okay. So we beat up the butter. So there we go. Let's get this on again. Because it's firmed up a little bit while we've been sat here chatting. Right. So we're going to mix half of this for our. We're going to mix half of this for our blue cake. What? Oh, the bowl, chef. So I just need 3. Yeah. Oh no, can I have some more, please? So we're just going to do the 3 shades of blue. So I won't be using all the buttercream. I'm just going to add a drop of water. So is there any questions, Simon? Are we on the overhead or are we facing?
We're on here, everyone's watching, yeah.
Good.
No, all going well. Is anybody else getting a sticky mess when using buttercream?
Yeah, but you should always have a cloth with you. Because you do get little bits all on you, but just always have a cloth. You ever see me in the kitchen? I've always got a cloth, always. Even when people come into class, I always give them a cloth each, and they're always wet and ready, you know, wrung out and wet and ready for them. Always for wiping their hands on, they get washed all day. Right, so we've got 500 grams of butter in here. And then we're going to put in now a kilo of flavoured icing sugar. Now this is lemon and blueberry and lemon, isn't it, Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the flavour we're working with today. If you haven't tried the blueberry and lemon flavour, try it. It is amazing. So we're going to chop it in.
Blueberry and lemon.
Blueberry and lemon.
I think that might go quite well in cider. What do you think?
Pardon?
Cider.
Well, you make cider, don't you? Yeah, I reckon it would. But the blueberry and lemon's gorgeous. A really lovely summery flavour as well. So I should make blueberry and lemon muffins. Well, that actually those are muffins as well.
That's what I want to do. I want to do a bunting with blueberry and lemon.
Yeah. So let me just add a little bit more water. So we're just going to chop it in.
Kathy Eaton. Yes, there is a flashback today at 2.
Yeah, you're all enjoying the flashbacks.
It should be up there on the. You should be able to see it on the Facebook page.
Yes, I think is it macarons today with Claire Corbett?
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, we already had macarons, have we?
Yeah. It's Vinnie's World.
Oh, with Lindsay McIver.
With Lindsay McIver,
yes, it is. Yes, yes. I will be. I need to place an order for some macaron mats, so don't worry. In fact, can you add that to your notes, Simon? I need to place an order for macaron mats. So I know some of you messaged me when I've got any more in. So I'll place the order after this live today. So we're just chopping in the icing sugar.
That's at 2 o'clock. If I didn't just say that. So.
Lindsay McIver is the group admin, okay, with Jules and Karen Naylor. And this was her very first live in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. She came all the way down from Scotland, and it's been lovely because we've seen Rob and Jackie on there as well. They've been in there, Claire Corbett. So it's been lovely watching you all watch them. So, and we were in my house kitchen then. It wasn't the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So if you see that the kitchen's different, it was actually my home kitchen. So
that's where I had one of my first lessons.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, that's where. Was that the first time I met you on that lesson, wasn't it? Because I was talking to your mum first. So just going to pop the icing. So you'll see I've chopped in the icing sugar. Okay, so we're just going to blast it so that it all goes in. So really, when you're adding your icing sugar, what we should have done is really got it all made up before. But I'm going to have to add a little bit more water to it because it's firmed up. So I've already added quite a bit of water already. You can count to 30. There we go, that will do. Let's get that back out of the way. That's what you, Karen. How's our cake doing?
Okay, we've got 5 days left on it yet.
Yep, great. So let's get that out the bowl. Just 1 second, so you can see. So we'll just get that out the bowl there.
We'll move your name out the way.
Pardon? We'll just move that out the way. Let's get everything off. So we're going to make blue buttercream now for the blue cake. How long have we been going live, guys?
10 to 1 now.
So how
Oh, now
long
we're
is that?
20. Whoa!
Nearly got you, Simon.
You can move it there.
Right, okay. So I'm just going to scoop some of this into here. I have to say, crack, I've not tasted this for ages. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes.
Really is.
It just sounds so nice as well, those blueberry and lemon.
Yeah. We only brought it out last summer, this blueberry and lemon, but it is nice. You can taste this, Simon. There's no gluten in this. Do you want to taste a bit?
No, you're all right.
No?
No. I think I'm putting on weight. Anyway. Yeah. For some
Right.
reason, not going to the pub has made me drink more.
It's made you drink more.
There's no difference from one day to the next, is there? You can't look forward to a Saturday night out and then.
And you're not walking to the pub, are you?
No,
Just,
that's the
you're
difference.
You're walking to the
That's
fridge,
the
aren't you?
difference.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
You've not got half an hour each end to.
Right, let's just do this 1 second. So we're just going to have a light blue here. A darker blue here. Right, Karen, just to help the time, I'm going to give you one to
Okay.
do, and Simon, you can paddle one. So if you can paddle that one, Simon, please.
Okay, just pop it down.
Simon,
I'll
if you can
collect
paddle
it,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
There we go. Super. So always paddle your buttercream, don't mix. I've got the darker one. I think Karen has got the medium one, and Simon's got the very pale one. So are we on the overhead there, Simon?
Yep.
There you go. So always paddle, don't mix. Are you listening, you two?
I am. I'm paddling.
Karen had to learn the hard way about paddling buttercream. So the very first time that Karen came to help me out, and when you know me, do you know what? I'm the nicest girl there is, but I just can't help. Check. Do you want to put the face forward, camera on, Simon? So I just can't help that when I'm miffed off, I show it on my face. I just can't hide it. Sorry, it's just the way I am. I just can't. So anyhow, Karen had done all this buttercream for, was it for the show, Karen?
Yeah.
So we're at the cake show, she's done all this buttercream. She was really very proud of herself.
I do about 2 kilos.
Well, it had more air bubbles in than a frigging bubble pond, I think. Whatever a bubble pond is. But anyhow, what's that bubble wrap that you get?
Bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Bubble wrap and,
Bubble wrap,
and
yeah.
an aero chocolate.
Yeah,
wrap.
aero chocolate had that much bubbles in it.
More
and
bubbles than an aero.
Oh, and then I just looked at her and I went,
It was the look.
and that's the look scares people, and I don't mean to. It's just that I just don't know what to say. So I just look and say nothing. I think I'm probably best off verbally saying something. It won't be so bad. So I said, well, that's no good, is it? Can't have that. So she's like, what are we going to do with it? I said, I'm not doing nothing with it, Karen. But you are. You're going to paddle it. She went, what's paddling? So she had to paddle it all out, get all the air out in small tubs, and she had to 2 kilos of it. Anyhow, she's never mucked up the buttercream since.
Never. There you go.
Thank you very much. So I'm just making this one. Don't need this much colour in really, because I haven't actually seen what the other 2 colours are like. I just want to make. Yeah, that's nice.
Cake's not quite ready, so just put it on again.
Right. Okay. So there's no green in this one. I think.
Why does my blue buttercream go green? Says Andrea.
Well, I don't know, but I'm using Colour Splash, which is what I use all the time. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to show you it doesn't go green.
Is it to do with whipping the butter? Not
Well,
enough?
I mean, I do whip the living daylights out of the butter, so that's possibly the reason.
Because the more you whip it, the whiter it goes.
It does, yeah.
So if you're keeping it
I mean, it
still a
doesn't-
little bit yellow, then
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go pure white though, the butter. It doesn't. I mean, you should whip your butter for at least, you know, 5, 6, 7 minutes, really.
I think I did a good 10 minutes before because you knew you were doing blue.
Yeah. And even then, it won't get all the yellow out. So you can see how lovely. Now this is the darker blue. I think Karen's done the medium blue, which I'll just get for you. So there we go. Yeah. So Karen's got the medium blue and you've got very pale blue there, haven't you, Simon? That's great. So can you see the difference there in the blues? Yeah. And that all comes from that blue there. Let's just do that. Right, let's get our cake out again. Let me just get this cloth. Let me wash my hands a minute because I feel as though I've got blue all over my hands. Just let me wash it. In fact, I have got blue all over my hands. Which camera are we on?
you're on the front camera.
Yes, I have got blue on my hands. So let me go and wash my hands a minute. Get rid of this and then we'll decorate this cake. And then hopefully the other cake should be ready by then. Don't know where the lid's gone for that. The other cake should be ready by then. Thanks very much. Karen's brought me a cloth instead. I think I'm going to have to use Vanish. Vanish is great. We've got a tube. Do you want to bring that Vanish up, Karen?
Yeah.
So afterwards I wash my hands in warm soapy water and then I use this stuff. Brilliant for getting colour off your hands. Brilliant.
You on this camera?
Yeah, I just showed them on that camera. Yeah, that's great. Right, okay, so let me just get that out there. Let's me move get set up. Let's do this. Let's get my cake out. Just 1 second. Whew. Thank you very much. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put the blue on now. We're just going to put the dark blue on the bottom. So let me see if I can do it on this camera here.
You're on that one.
Yeah. So we're just going to put the dark blue on here. So I think I've got enough buttercream to last forever actually for this. Don't need that much buttercream. Good job we've got loads of cake mix. If anybody's in the Stockport area and desperate need a blue cake, let me know because we've got loads of it. I have got some, I've got some more mix here that we made up to make some little rainbow cupcakes. So if you're not bored and you want to carry on, we'll do the little rainbow cupcakes afterwards as well. Because we'll have to make them today anyhow. So there we go. So we've just got that little blue on there. You see that okay? I'm not there, camera there. Simon?
Yeah, it's looking good.
So that's the dark blue, yeah. Then we've got the medium blue. Just going to put the medium blue on here. We'll cut into this cake as well. Any questions, Karen? Have you seen anything pop up?
They never get bored and they said, yes, please can we have the rainbow cupcakes?
Are you happy to stay and watch them then? Yeah.
Yes, they certainly are.
You're mad, aren't you, you lot? The thing is, it's all there made.
Yeah,
So,
well, there's nothing good on telly. They
nothing
might as
else
well
for you to watch. You may as well watch yours, haven't you? Right, so that's that one.
Hi to Karen Micallef on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Hi to who?
Karen Micallef.
Oh, hello.
She said you've got a really good cameraman, Carol.
Oh, is that what she said?
You're doing very well.
He's not bad now. Is this week 1 or is this week 2
Oh,
or
I
week
don't
3?
know.
It's all merging into one, isn't it? Or is this week 3 now?
This is
Week 2.
No.
Is this week 3 assignment?
No.
On camera?
No, it's
Is this start of week 3?
start of week 4 for him.
No, it isn't. The thing is, I've known Simon that long, I actually am merging him in with this
I've
job.
had 3 weeks furlough, and he was here when I was doing the furlough.
Yeah.
So and this is my 4th. So I've had 3 weeks off. This week in my 4th week.
Was you here then?
Yeah.
Right, they are. That would actually make a nice under the water. So that would make, just like that, you could actually be the sea that, couldn't it? Wouldn't have to do anything else. Right, okay, we're going to scrape it off now then.
So are you on Cake Flicks this Saturday?
I'm on Cake Flicks this Saturday. Oh yes, thanks for
What's
reminding me.
Because Jane McDougall just reminded us.
Yes. So I'm on Cake Flicks on Saturday. Now I don't know what to make. So I've got to let them know, and Simon, you need to write that down in your notes.
What, will I write it down now?
Write it down now that I'm in Cake Flicks on Saturday because you have to design the banner. So what do you think? Do you think I should make a dome cake for Saturday's Cake Flicks, or do you think I should make little decorated cupcakes with the... I was thinking of either doing a dome cake, decorating it with the nifty nozzles, or just make up little miniature cupcakes decorated. I don't know, what do you think I should do? So my palette knife has gone in there. So there we go. Simon, have you got us on that other camera?
Yeah, we're on that camera.
Right, good. We'll just do the over excess off. So my palette knife has just gone in the hot water again.
Cake Flicks, Emma, is Paul Bradford's site.
Yeah, so Paul Bradford has got a channel called Cake Flicks. His own group called Cake Flicks, and he actually has his own TV channel. So basically, because of everything that's happening, he set up Facebook Lives from people from all over the world. And I think, does it start at 9 in the morning?
It's a live 24-hour marathon.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's just on Saturdays, and I'm actually quite pleased with that. What do you think of that?
That is lovely.
Yeah. Woohoo.
No, it's still not done.
Karen, it's got to be done, that cake now.
It's certainly not.
It's got to be done.
You sure you got it on 150?
It's on 150 and if the top wobbles, it's not done.
I've just rubbed a bit too much buttercream off there. Just put it back on.
That's lovely, that. Those blues are ombre blue.
Yeah.
That's ombre, Simon.
That's ombre. I knew
That's
that.
ombre. Right,
They're
there
all
we go.
saying dome cake or hedgehog dome cake for Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I could make the hedgehog cake if you like. Nicola Parry, I think she'd be more than happy for me to demo that for you. So I can do the hedgehog cake with nifty nozzles. Nicola Parry has a little cake shop called My Little Peach. Is it My Little Peach Cakery?
Yes, yeah.
Something like that. I'll double check. But basically, she come up with an idea of a hedgehog cake using the nozzles. So when I went to Paul Bradford's last year, we actually did it on a live with Paul Bradford. So I can either make that for you if you like, or a dome cake. The hedgehog cake is brilliant, but I could do that in a live here. Or the dome cake is ideal for everybody around the world for
I'd do that.
Mother's Day cake.
I'd do the dome cake.
So it's, yeah, I don't mind. So I don't mind really, but if you can all let me know, because after the live, Simon's got to do the banner. Once it's been decided, that's it, it's been decided.
You've got another clean cloth at the side of you.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. Right, let me get my nozzle. Let's get that water out there.
Did you make the hedgehog cake with red velvet inside, so when you
Pardon?
cut it, it looks the right colour?
You could do if you wanted to. Could do if you wanted to.
Sorry,
Right.
just a thought.
So just a minute. I don't really want any straight edges, but I'm just going to just bring this down. Thanks, Simon. So we've done enough
Just
red
point out, it
velvet
doesn't
cake.
actually contain any hedgehogs.
No, he wants it to look like blood when you put it into a hedgehog.
Oh, I didn't even get that bit.
They're saying all it's missing is a few seashells.
Yeah, that is. That's all it's missing, isn't it?
Beautiful, that.
Yeah. sometimes you just have to stand back from the cake, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's it, done, we're not playing with that anymore. So, we've got a 1M Wilton tip. So let's just put this out the way there a minute. Swipe my board. Let's get all the colours back in again. Cool. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to use the 1M in here. I'm going to put the darker colour on the outside. So can you see that under the camera? Am I under the camera there?
You're under the camera.
Sorry, I can't keep my hands still in one place. So we're just going to put the darker colour there. We'll have to do this a few times because we will run out of buttercream. Then the lighter blue. So I'm going to spread that there. Hopefully it will show, but there's a possibility it won't. I'm just going to palette knife. And then the lighter blue in the middle.
He said he'd love you to do dog cake on cake flicks
Yeah.
and hedgehog cake here.
Right, okay, then let's do that then. Well, let me do my dome cake first. Let's get that out of the way. And then I'll do the hedgehog cake.
I don't even know what that means, Elaine. I need my corns cropping. What does that mean?
Yeah, I didn't know what she meant there.
What does she mean? So, are we in the middle here, Simon?
You're on that one. Where do you want to be? On the top
overhead,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
let's
not
wait
not
till
in the
whichever-
middle, Carol. Would you like to move down a little bit? That's it. That's
Yeah.
okay if you're working that end.
So we're just going to swirl this round. So we're just going to go all the way around. So it was completely pointless putting the 3 blues in because the darker blue's coming all the way. So I may not have a perfect circle. But this is why you don't need a sharp edge. Ooh, the little rascal. It's got that little bit there. There we go. And then we're going to get our little blue and pink sprinkles. So these are, Karen, can you pass me a pair of scissors, please?
Sally, I think she meant to want you to horns croppy because you've been a devil.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, could
horns.
be.
Could be.
Did she write horns and it came out as
I
corns?
think so. She's not come back to us yet, but I'm sure she must have meant horns.
Yeah. How funny. Oh, dear. So
I've got corns.
So the Sprinklicious, are we over here? So the Sprinklicious, these nonpareils, we do loads of different ones, but these are all suitable for a vegan and vegetarian diet. So just going to mix 2 lots together. I'm going to make the party mix with the baby mix.
Doesn't sound like a good idea, mixing babies and parties, does it? No.
Yeah, but look how pretty that looks now, look. Just putting the 2 mixes
yes.
together, doesn't it look
Yeah.
pretty? So this is like, forget which one this one is. This is the baby mix. So you can see it's pink and blues. So the number 4 pearls and nonpareils mixed. And then the party mix is all whites. So it's number 4 whites, nonpareils and strands. So I've just mixed a bit of each together.
They're beautiful, those.
Yeah, they're lovely and they're suitable for all diets, these. So, and what we're just going to do is we're just going to,
Oh wow. Look
yeah, we're just going to sprinkle them on here.
Could you pull it over a little bit so?
Oh yeah, that'd be
that's
good.
on
So
the
everybody
camera?
else can see.
So yeah. To you.
Oh, to me, to
To
me,
you.
to me,
To
to me,
you.
to me.
To you.
To you, to me.
To you, to
There we
me.
go, that's
Yay,
it.
good. Right, there we go. And of course, we have to finish it off with our bling bling, don't we? Where's the bling bling?
Absolute bling bling.
So that's all right. I'm quite pleased with that, actually.
That is lovely.
So let's, the bling bling is called Finishing Sparkle. And we do it in gold and we do it in silver.
And rose gold.
Well, actually, yeah, rose gold. We actually, it's just called, if you want the silver one, it's just called Finishing Sparkle, okay? There we go. So what do you think of that then, guys? So I'm going to pop it in the fridge and then we'll cut it open in a minute. So should we carry on with the rainbow cakes? Is that cake cooked yet?
Nearly. Another 4 minutes on at the moment because it was very
How long
wobbly.
has it had in the oven?
It's had about 45 minutes, but it's long and slow. It's a 10-inch tin.
Ah, right, okay, yeah. Sorry. Yes, long and slow takes longer. Right, okay, so do we like this cake? What do we think?
Hang on, is this the finishing sparkle? There we
Absolutely
go.
amazing.
Yeah? That's nice, isn't it? It gives you that nice ombre effect. So if you want to do it in a burgundy or a red or a pink, looks lovely. Sorry about the purple board, but it's the only, I didn't have a blue board, so I had to do. All right then. Okay, Karen, so should we get that one in the fridge, shall we?
I think it looks brilliant.
Yeah, pretty good. Good. Right, okay, so we're going to finish off now with our unicorn cake. So we've already got some batter made. So Karen, you're going to have to get out some more balls, love.
Okay.
Just what you wanted to hear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we already made batter this morning because I had to test those cupcakes there before for a lady. So I'm just going to pop them there. Have we got silver bowls, Karen? Now do. Yeah, is there no more silver bowls down there? I do. We might need a bit more than that.
They're in the dishwasher.
Well, it'd be too hot. It'd be too hot anyhow, Karen. Yeah, don't worry. What I'll do is I'll put these sprinkles in here. That'll give me a bowl. And put them in there. So that's given me two. That's given me 4 bowls. Oh yeah, I've got 5 here. Don't worry, Karen.
You're right.
Yeah, we're fine. So we're just going to do our unicorn cupcake cupcakes now. So we'll get those in. We'll use all the colours for the mix. Now I've got a lady up the road who's got 4 little kiddies and I've promised her these. So she's up in Marple there, but she's got 4 little kiddies and she's got twins as well. I've got twins, so I think she's got a daughter and a son and then a set of twins. So I promised her these. And sometimes her little girls are watching on YouTube. So if they're watching on YouTube, they can shout out. I don't want to shout out their names because I'm not sure if they're allowed to shout out their names. But her twin daughters, I can't tell the difference between either of them. I had twins and my brother has got twins and my sister has got twins, so it's very highly likely I'm going to be a great grandma to twins. It sort of misses every other generation, doesn't it? Every other generation, yeah. So I've warned my children that they'll probably be grandmas, granddads to twins. Right, okay, so just do a bit of that mix. Was you humming a tune there, Simon?
No.
Right. Probably got more than what we need here. Right, so we need to have some palette knives and do a little bit of paddling. So we'll do green. And the cake mix, so that one's there for you, Simon. Karen, you can do the orange. It's for you. Got clean palette knives in it. There you go, Simon.
Okay.
We'll just do the pink there. I think we're running out of pink. What colour have I missed? Violet. That's it. Right, so I will let Mr. Bradford know that it's a dome cake that we're decorating. So I won't be baking the cake. You've only got 45 minutes. You've got an hour, but what you have to do is you have to leave 15 minutes for like an intro. I think Paul and David do a little bit of an intro, and then it also gives you a little bit of time in case things go wrong, and it also gives you a bit of time if somebody goes over or if somebody has connection issues. So that's on Saturday night, that is. I think I've missed a colour. What have you got?
I've got orange.
You've got orange. I think it's blue I've missed, isn't it? Because you've got green, haven't you, Simon?
Yeah.
So we're all paddling away here. So Karen, can you see any questions, or Simon see any questions? Which camera are we on, Simon?
You're on the front one.
We're on the front one? Oh, sorry, I've got my head down here.
Would you like to be?
No, you don't need to be on the overhead. It's fine, just so I know where I'm talking to. That's fine. Right. So we're just mixing in the cake mix. These are so much fun to do with the kids because you can get the kids to mix in all the batter for you. Just don't leave me any white bits, guys. Just found a white bit in my pink.
Not after Simon's comment.
Hey?
Not after Simon's
No, I
comment.
know, he spots it all, Simon, doesn't he?
I might deliberately leave one to those.
Pardon? What,
Just
just
a
to
comedy.
see?
You know.
So you've got orange, so it's blue that I've missed.
You got more you want me to do?
No, it's alright, we're going to be doing buttercream afterwards. So if you want, see the 2 buttercreams there, Karen?
Yeah.
Do you want to divide them up between 5 bowls? Oh, dear me. I tell you, I could do with a cup of tea and a lie down.
Is there an unsafe ratio of colour to buttercream?
Pardon?
Is there an unsafe ratio?
An unsaid ratio or
Unsafe.
unsafe? What does unsafe mean? Too much colour?
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't think so. I've definitely put more rather than less. But you know, it's something you have to just play with. You know, the 3 cakes I showed you before, one was a teaspoon, one was half a teaspoon, and one was a 1/4 teaspoon. And I just measured it just so that I could tell you the exact amounts. But here, I've just eyeballed it. So this one here is the blue, isn't it? Okay, thanks, Sam.
Remember, nobody's going to eat the whole cake, are they?
No.
They shouldn't be, really.
If they're going to eat the whole cake, they've got serious issues already, haven't they? Oh. So have we shouted out any hellos to anyone, Simon? Any newbies? Hey, have you been keeping an eye on the job, Simon?
Am I been keeping an eye on the job? Like, would I know who was new and who wasn't new?
Well, they should be saying that they're new and from where they're from. And how are we doing on YouTube? How's our followers there?
We're doing good. We've got 390
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Right, fantastic.
400, yeah.
So do you remember I said to you about doing that little competition on the 4th of May? So I'm going to give out 4 £50 vouchers, and that's because I want you to go over and sign up on YouTube. So who actually went over and signed up to our channel? So it's absolutely free. Now I know that you all love watching on Facebook because you all like the fun and the banter and the chit chat, and it doesn't happen so much on YouTube. But I need you to all go and subscribe over there, because the thing is, if you haven't got a face, everybody can go onto Google, which basically means anybody can watch YouTube. So, but not everybody has a Facebook account. So I want you to get over there so I can build up my followers over there, build up some followers over there, and you know, so that more people will get to see it and share. And also it's a good reference library to go back to. And usually when you follow a video over there, it normally comes up with a recommended one from somebody else, so you might end up following somebody else as well. So, cake mix. Right, Karen, little spoons I need. Have we got them?
Viv Gobbard says she's signed up.
Yeah.
A few people saying hello. Wendy Simpson, hi. She says she's new.
Hello, Wendy. Welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen.
Hi to Jack Maloney in Ireland.
Yeah, hello, Jack. Right, so we've now got our buttercream, our cake mix all...
Kathy Eaton signed up.
Yep, hello, Kathy. I think Kathy's only just started following us, actually. Right, okay, so cupcake cases, okay. So I'm using foil cupcake cases. I love foils. All the cupcake cases that we actually sell are actually very good, but I do like foily ones. So I'm using the purple ones. I'm not sure, do we sell purple cup? We do,
Yeah,
don't we?
we do.
They're in packs of 45,
Yes.
aren't they?
Yeah.
So we do ice blue, pink, red, green,
Gold, silver.
gold and silver. But I think the gold we're out of at the moment.
Yeah, we've got rose gold.
Yeah, we've got rose gold. So they're lovely. I love those. So what we're just going to do is, we're just going to put a little blob in each one. When you're using cupcake cases as well, if you did what your grandma did, you had to lick your fingers. Did your grandma show you that, Karen?
Yeah.
You had to lick your fingers to do the cupcake case. Don't do it now.
Put a little finger on the spoon to get it into the cake case and suck your little finger and do it on the next one. Yeah.
Don't do it.
50 years ago, no one's listening.
Don't do it now. So use a damp cloth. Like I say, I have a damp cloth here for lots of things. So just wet your fingers on the damp cloth and then separate the cupcake cases. But do not be looking that and then pulling out the cupcake case.
By Jove, we've cooked.
Have we baked?
We've baked.
Right.
My goodness.
Right. So let's just, right, okay, let me just get that over here 1 minute. So the thing when you bake with the colours, they do look a strange colour. That pink looks really weird, doesn't it?
Yes, but it's when you cut into it.
When we cut into it.
Watch it red out.
So let me just, 1 second. So I'll just go to the overhead. So you'll see it's not an impressive colour at the moment. What we're going to do is have a look. By the way, I've never made one of these before. I've no idea what colour it's going to look like. But we're all going to see live afterwards, providing it comes out the tin. Hey, Karen?
You're on the front.
Green and it was lined. It is going to come out the tin.
Right, okay. So we've used the green there. We'll carry on. Karen, can I give you the... Will you just have a look in there, see what I've done?
Can you move that away, please? Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's fine. You've done it.
Well, what I'm just saying is, do you want to get the next cupcake tins out and do the next batch? And there's, so if you take 2 tins with you, and then I'll pass this down, cupcake cases. There you go, and you do green. Because we may as well get them all done. So we're just going to pop some orange in.
Now what temp do you want your oven on for the cupcakes?
Same.
150?
Yeah.
Yep, that's
So we're just doing a nice spoonful, Karen.
Right.
That looks nice, that orange and green there together, doesn't it? That look nice, that. So you just put them round side by side, Karen.
Right, okie dokie.
The kids will love making these. So if you've got children at home, they'll just love doing these. Having said that, baking with the kids, go on, be truthful. Isn't it a good idea? You wake up in the morning, you think, you know what, I'm going to bake with the kids today. And how many of you, put your hand on your heart, 10 minutes in, just go and watch the TV, love.
I'll finish off for you.
I'll finish off for you. They're so funny, aren't they? I need to ask you for some more spoons, Karen, sorry. I need 6, please. Go on, you have to tell me, Simon, how many have admitted that? I always start off with my grandchildren. So when you start baking with the kids, you come up with a great idea in the morning, I'm going to bake with the kids. And then halfway through it, you think, why on earth did I say I was going to do this with the kids?
Because they're not really interested.
No. The problem with the kids is they just want to have their fingers in it, they just want to lick in it, and they get bored. They only really want to do the icing and the sprinkles, that's all they really want to do.
And lick the bowl out.
Eh?
And lick the bowl out.
And lick the bowl, yeah. Our Jasmine goes mad. She's like, she's not really interested in any of it. She starts off well, and then that's it. All she just wants to know is when she's going to get her chops on the bowl. Who mixed the purple? Did I mix the purple?
Yes. Might be the white bit.
There's a big white bit, yeah. Hey?
Who's surprised?
There's a big white bit right in the middle there.
Matches your top nicely.
Yeah, it does. Nice of you to notice, Simon. Or did somebody else notice?
No, it's just in the same picture.
Right. Right, that's the Karen down there.
You could have a big blob on your top and no one would notice.
Yeah. So we've done orange, haven't we? So there's the orange. We'll do the pink. Who's going to give these a go? And it doesn't matter how much you put in, as long as you fill your cupcake cases to at least 2/3 full. So if you've only got a little bit of green and more pink, what does it matter? You excited?
This is exciting, isn't it?
Hey,
And there's another colour to go in there as well.
And there's blue to go in as well, yeah. We're going to get them in, don't worry. These are going to be big cupcakes. Okay. Get it up here there nicely.
So another 12, I can 12.
Oh, is that right? Well, you might find you've got more colour afterwards. You have to make them, just make them them colours. And then we're just going to do blue. So your cupcake cases need to be 2/3 full all the time. But aren't they vibrant, these colours? Do you not agree? Look great,
They
don't
look
they?
lovely then.
Pardon?
They look lovely.
They do.
Yes.
Lovely colours. So the two kiddies on there, it's usually the two little girls who watch. Are they watching? Well, they're usually on YouTube. Do they know who they are? I don't want to say their names because
No,
their mummy might
can't.
not want me to shout their names out. But they normally watch me on YouTube. Right. So we're done. That's over now. Right, so there they are. They're going to go in the oven now. Easy enough, isn't it? We're on the overhead there,
We are on
Simon?
the overhead, yeah.
The overhead, so that's easy enough, isn't it? So just budge up, Karen. So 13:25. Does that mean we've been going 2 hours?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
on 2
goodness.
hours now. So we've only
Oh my
got
goodness. 5 minutes to finish it all. Right, let's
you've got to
go.
give people enough time to have a brew before the 2 o'clock show.
Oh yeah, so we're going live at 2 o'clock, aren't we? Crikey.
And you haven't done your draw yet.
Yeah, we'll do the draw, yeah. Right, let's do the draw now then. Just 1 second, let's do the draw. So this is for the £25 voucher. This is Danielle's. So let's just see. So Danielle did a live last Monday and we're offering a £25 voucher for that live. So let's just go and find that. So everything that we've been using today is Colour Splash and our flavoured icing sugar. And the flavoured icing sugar today of choice was blueberry and lemon. And I must admit, you picked that today, didn't you? So I wouldn't have thought of picking it myself, but I have to say it tastes amazing. So let's see, Danielle. There's that many flashback videos in between. Right, 6th of April, was that last Monday? It was, wasn't it? 6th of April, 94 shares. So let's get up the shares. So if you've won before, okay, let's give somebody else a chance. So if you've won twice before, let's just give somebody else a chance. Simon and I have not had a chance to sit down yet to work out a different way of doing this. Right, who's going to put the magic finger on here then?
Only you can do it, Carol.
Only me can do it, is it? Right, okay. So let's hope we pick a winner of somebody who hasn't picked before. Woo! Lorraine Stevenson. So well done. So Lorraine Stevenson, if you're watching, you've won a £25 voucher from Sugar and Crumbs. That was for liking and sharing on the 6th of April on the Danielle Critch live on our Facebook page. All you need to do is go to our website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, go to info. In info, send Laura and Yin a message. Just say, hi, I've just been told that I won last Monday, the 6th of April's £25 voucher. Okay, so make sure you do that. That's Lorraine Stevenson. So now let's go and do the, what did people think they were? Did they think they were?
Ice creams.
Ice creams, okay. Not ice creams. They're actually little tails, little brushes. And they're $4.99 each. And these are mine. So you'll get 2 new ones, okay? So there they go. So we've got to do, that was for Monday. So that was Monday nights, wasn't it? So was the mermaid tails last Monday morning then, was it? I think it was, wasn't it?
Sometime last week.
Last Monday morning, but it's when we were doing colour, wasn't it? Right, it wasn't Monday morning because we had the breakdown with dust on Monday morning. It kept crashing, didn't it? So it's Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. That's where we are. Do you remember we were doing Let's Talk About Colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so it was Let's Talk About Colour. You all seem to enjoy that, by the way. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Because I was thinking maybe, my back's gone, I was thinking maybe we should do a live where I bring out the airbrush. I did show you a couple of months ago, and we'll buttercream up some cakes and we'll airbrush the cupcakes with different metallic colours so you could see what they were like. So, so there's 80 shares on this one. So let me just get them loaded up. It just takes a little while to get them loaded up. You have to keep bouncing from there. Oh, June Barrett. God, I've never picked the top one before. So June Barrett, if you're watching, you've just won yourself a set of mermaid tail brushes. Mermaid tail brushes. So just go through to sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, leave a message there, give your full name and address, and then Laura will email you your, not email you, she will send you these in the post today. So they're there. So that's June Barrett. So then we've got another set. So that was Tuesday, because Monday, that was right, we broke down and kept crashing and I left it, didn't we? So Tuesday was colour, then we came back on Wednesday. What did we make on the Wednesday, Simon? Can you remember? Blossom Sugar Art.
Yes,
that was it.
Yes.
Blossom Sugar Art. Okay, so we're there. So we made this little cake. So, it wasn't bad, was it? What do you think? Look, my butterfly eventually stayed on in the end. So just a little cake using the Blossom Sugar Art cutters. Okay, so let me see. And then there's another set of these brushes for that one. So 84 shares. Brilliant. So let's just get them loaded up. Crikey, no duplicates. That was good, isn't it? I have to just keep spinning it because it has to keep loading up. Oh, sorry. Pick June again. Sorry, June. I can't wait twice. Just do that again. Sorry. That was fun. I've never picked the top one twice. Crikey. Debbie Hargreaves. Now she's won twice. She'll know that I'll be happy to swap it. Sorry, Debbie. She won again on the third one last week, didn't she? Right, this has got to go like this. Crikey. Sam Taylor, they are. Don't know Sam Taylor. So Sam Taylor, you've won the other set of brushes. So just go through our website there, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. On the info, just say that you've just won the brushes. Laura will have no idea what you're talking about until I've made a phone call, because she doesn't know. But I'll put my name and address there and I'll get them in the post to you today. If you want to order anything, let her know so you can add to it. And if you don't want to order anything, great. But while you've got free postage, you may as well add something to it if you want to. So that's those done out of the way. And then we're up to, where are we up to then? We're live, so that's Wednesday. So Thursday night, what did we do Thursday? We didn't do a live Thursday night, did we? No.
You did
so
Saturday.
Friday it was Colour Splash. We did the rainbow cake. Was it Friday?
No, Friday was Good Friday, Carol.
Did I not do anything on Friday? So we're up to speed then. We did Saturday with John. Right, oh okay then, crikey. It's good, isn't it? Right, let's get this done. So congratulations all you guys. Let's cut round this cake. That green looks very green, doesn't it? Let's see if it comes out.
That better outdo.
It better outdo, Karen,
Better
yes.
outdo.
I'm going to blame the tin otherwise.
Yay.
Good. Then we're going to take the cover off. Now it looks like this really grotty colour on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like a grotty colour, doesn't it? It looks like seaweed green, doesn't
Looks like
it?
it's gone mouldy.
Yeah. When I gave the cakes to the old folks home, the purple cake it looked like that green on the outside. I thought, oh God, how can I slice it off? But it wouldn't slice off. So I had to say so. I said, look, if you do see any in between layers, it's just where it's baked. Right, so let's get
Got a knife?
yes. Simon, can you just pass me that golden cake board there, please? Yeah, please. Just so we can see what this looks like. So. Oh, it's looking good, it's looking good, it's looking good. Go on, you've got to trust Carol McFarland. It's always all right on the night or on the day. Who can spot the colours? Can you spot the colours, Karen?
Well, I'm leaning right back. I'm nowhere near you, and I've not got my glasses on.
So I'm not doing those big chunks of cake like last time, but I'm just going to cut them up so we can see.
You
Look
see
at the
this
colour.
Stupid at that cake.
I know, shut up. Right. You're going to see the colours, team.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh wow!
Wow,
Hey.
there you go.
That is.
See, Carol McFarland does not let you down, girls.
That is lovely. That is really
Right,
nice.
are we on the overhead there?
Yeah, you're on the
See, Carol doesn't let you down. Don't you worry.
Let's see
There we go.
some of the colour variations in the other
So
one.
let's sit that way. Let's go for the middle. See, look at that. See, that was that colour on the top when it came out on the top. That was the bottom. But there you go, look.
Who's up for sponge and custard?
Let's have a look.
Oh, that looks absolutely
There
lovely.
you go. Isn't that lovely there? So that's the Colour Splash colours, isn't it? I need to phone Colour Splash and tell them that we're talking about their colours.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is so vibrant.
Yeah, look at that. Smells nice. I tell you, this blueberry and lemon
Beautiful.
is so good. It's so good. So what do you think, everybody? What do they think, Karen? Looking on your phone.
Yeah.
What do you think, Simon?
Amazing.
Wow, looks
Yeah.
looks brilliant. Looks amazing.
Yeah, so when you tip it out upside down like that, it looks really disappointing, doesn't it? So what I'm actually going to do with these is I'm going to have to wait for it to cool down, and then I'm actually going to decorate the top of them with some buttercream, but I do need them to cool down first. So I'm just going to put them on the rack there. So I'll put them on there. So
They all love it. Absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
it's great, isn't it? Tell you girls, don't worry about me. It always comes out all right on the night. I'm not a professional baker, you know that. I just like to play. And you know, it's the first time I've done one of those together. You know, I like the rustic look. And if it all goes horribly wrong, you've even watched me live, put it back together again.
Just shows using the right cake mix, our own off our website works.
Yeah, I don't know what went wrong the other week though.
Well, when I was watching you, I was sweating while I was watching you.
It's a lot of love, Carol. A lot of love.
There's a lot of love there.
So should we have a taste of this? Oh, you can't have any, can you,
No,
Simon?
no.
Yeah,
I don't know why you think that's
Come and
funny.
get yours. That is hilarious.
Oh, she's letting me have a bit.
I have to say, that blueberry is great, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
Blueberry and lemon. So, are you pleased with that? Brilliant, aren't
Very
we?
nice. Yes.
Right, I think we're done, are we? Because we've got to decorate those other cupcakes, but I think we'll have to decorate them tomorrow,
We
won't
won't
we?
be cool enough to decorate, will we? So we
No.
might as well do them tomorrow.
Yeah. So what I'll do is, if we finish now, sorry, shouldn't really have a mouthful of cake. what we'll do is we'll finish now, which will give you time to go and have a cup of tea, have a wee, and get yourself nice and comfy for 2 o'clock's live with Lindsay McIver. Now, Lindsay was on our live 3 years ago. It was her very first live, and it was in this kitchen when there was a wall in the middle. So smaller kitchen, and wasn't the house kitchen, it was over here. So go and watch that live, and she's doing Viennese swirls or whirls. Are they called, did we call them whirls then, Simon?
You called them swirls, but I might have changed some of the swirls to whirls, just to...
She's usually needs wheels, isn't it?
Oh, I know, before we do, let's cut the blue cake. I'm well impressed with them. And I'll cut the blue cake as well. Right. So let's cut the blue cake so you can see what that looks like. The only thing is I could have done with knowing where my half was, because I cut it in half before, didn't I?
You did.
Right, okay. So let's just go down there.
Just hope for the best.
Just hope for the best, Simon. And what we'll do is we'll do a full triangle of it, cake. In fact, I can get, now that we've got lads back in work, I can get John to drop this off to the staff room. Yeah. So if Laura's watching, is Laura watching, by the way, Simon?
Oh,
Have you
that's
seen
just,
Laura?
Before, yes.
So I'm just gonna take the whole lot out here. So wait a minute.
Cake slice.
Have we got a piece of, yeah, can I get this board here?
Yeah.
So I'll just put this on here so you can see. Now I haven't seen it myself yet. So let's see, you can see it now. How lovely is that there?
Oh.
So that's come out a nice blue, hasn't it?
They're
So
lovely.
I could have probably done with I should have cleaned my knife really in between. But there you go, that's lovely, isn't it? So the boys can have that. Let's have a taste.
That is lovely blue ombre, that.
There you go. So you can see there now when you cut
Oh, you
in.
found the cut.
Oh, we found the cuts. Right. But now you can see the blue there, isn't it? So how great is
Yeah.
that? Which camera are we on? Overhead or
You're on the front one at the moment.
on the front one? Let's go to the overhead.
You can't see it on the overhead. You need to just push up to you. That's it. There, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send that down to the lads at the warehouse. John can take that down, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy that. Right, okay. So we're back to you guys there, are we? Are we back, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for joining us everyone in the Sugar and Crumbs session. Been a very long session. So if you want to know what colours we've been using the Colour Splash gels. Go over to our website, Sugar and Crumbs, go to brand Colour Splash and then to gels. That you can buy them singly, you can buy them bundles. The best bundle is all 30 colours, and believe me, you will use them. The next best bundle is Carol's Favourites, which is the top colours I use all the time. And then there's all the other colours. Now that blue there, where I've done the 3 shades of the blue, that is just 1 tube of blue. And all I've done is put different quantities of blue in. So I haven't used 3 different blues there. And you know, I've used the other 5 colours there for the rainbow cakes. Where are they? Where have they gone now? What have you done with them? Oh, they're right in front of me. They're right in front of me. There they are. So for the rainbow colours there. And look how nice it is. Look at that lovely like swirl effect. So can you see underneath there, Simon?
Yeah.
So look, it's sort of swirled itself around, hasn't it? So really, really lovely. So hope you really like that. Do like and share. Do go over to YouTube for me. Sign up. Now, for me to know that you've signed up, you do need to write a comment. So give me a thumbs up, write a comment, and then Simon and I are collating them all together so that we can do a big draw on the 4th of May. Okay, so do make sure, and even though you watch us on YouTube, watch us here on Facebook, it's always nice to go over there and catch up later, especially if you ever want to watch it again, like if you want to watch the recipe again, it's always best to go over there, yeah? So big thank you to all you guys for joining us. Karen and I are going to have a cup of tea and a cup of coffee now. And then we're going to finish off decorating the cakes. What are you doing, Simon?
I'm going to have a cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah. And then you're going to sort our new microphone.
Microphone
Having a new microphone.
So maybe
in the
it'll sound
kitchen.
better
It's
tomorrow.
very exciting, isn't it?
It is.
So, and we'll see you later. And then, so like I say, 2 o'clock, Lindsay's on. 8 o'clock tonight, Danielle Critcher's on. All on our page. And I'll see you tomorrow at 11:30. And we're making vintage cupcakes tomorrow. We're not making the cake because we've already made that. But we're going to decorate vintage cupcakes for you. Okay? So we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, bye. Bye, Karen.
Bye.